Welcome to Founder Unboxed, where we step beyond business headlines and explore the people and the purpose behind passion-driven ventures. Today's guest is Amit Saini, founder of Motolyfe, a pioneer in motorcycle training, rentals, and community building. From launching a premium bike rental company in 2016 to creating India's first large-scale motorcycle training program, especially for women, Amit has refined what it means to ride with skill, purpose, and pride. A mechanical engineer by education and a biker by soul, Amit doesn't just train riders, but he builds communities, and through Motolyfe, he's building the ecosystem for motorcycling that prioritizes safety, responsibility, and sheer joy. So here's Amit Saini, Unboxed. Welcome, Amit. Welcome to Founder Unboxed.
Hi Kabir, thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you for taking the time out for us.
Pleasure's all mine.
So let's rewind to many years ago. What sparked your love for motorcycles?
I would say I've come from a family which loves automobile.
Okay.
My grandfather, my father, my elder brother, we all love automobile, be it 2 wheels or 4 wheels. They have been part of our lives from the very beginning. And as I started college, then my love for motorcycling really came into the picture. And at that point of time, I got myself a Hero Honda CBZ, which was the motorcycle to have at that point of time during college. And from there, the love for motorcycling started. My father used to own Yazdi Road King. So, bachpan mein we used to sit on the fuel tank, go to different places with my dad and all. My grandfather has built the first 100% indigenized 4-wheeler in the country.
Oh, wonderful.
So automobile runs in the blood.
So let's go a little deeper. Obviously, you've seen them growing up, cars and bikes and things like that. So what denotes to you the concept of motorcycling? Is it freedom? Is it जो मन में आए? क्या उसके थोड़ा deeper जाइए.
Motorcycling is meditation for a lot of people. It is, what can I say, it takes the stress out of your life. And today it is the only activity where you are not connected on the telephone with the other people.
True.
So your mind is relaxed, your body is relaxed, and like I do it, if I'm happy, I ride. If I'm sad, I ride. If I'm under stress, I ride to get it out of my system. If I want to explore a different place or a different route, I ride. If I found some new riders who are keen to explore motorcycling, I ride. If somebody has found a new trail that they've really loved it, I go out with them and ride. So motorcycling is a multifaceted, what can I say, way to get stress out of your system.
So I remember this book I had read many years ago, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. I think it's kind of a Bible for a lot of motorcycling enthusiasts.
Yes.
So उसमें ये था, one of the things that I remember is that if you're in a car, you are experiencing life like you are watching it on a screen, like from behind the windshield. But when you're on a bike, you're out there and living life like in the open and experiencing
You're part of
every
the
minute.
landscape.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're on a motorcycle, you are part of the landscape. In fact, I've just come back from Ladakh and I still have those visuals right in my mind.
Embedded right there.
Right in my mind, where you have a lovely landscape and a small road going, and you have small motorcycle going through that road. It is amazing thing, and I agree that when you are in a car, you are traveling from point A to point B. While you are on a motorcycle, you're part of the landscape, part of nature, part of the mountains or whatever terrain you're sailing through. So motorcycling, I think it is more than just a pastime or more than a medium to go from point A to point B.
Yeah.
It is a different experience altogether.
Very true. And the way you experience life when you are out there is, I think, is different from anything else that is possible to experience.
Especially, Kabir, the country that we live in India, where your dialect, food, dressing style changes every 100 kilometers.
Correct.
So the best way to explore is on a motorcycle. Because on a motorcycle, you will take frequent stops. be it for food, be it for fuel, be it for anything else. And that is where you meet people. When you're going in a car, you will go straight 500 kilometers and then stop, or might even stop later than that. But on a motorcycle, you stop every 70 to 100 kilometers just for a tea break, just for fuel, just to, experience, or just to click some pictures on some wonderful landscape that you see on the road. And that is the real essence of traveling. That is the real
So
essence.
this, the essence that you've been feeling for so long, were you like this even as a child? Were you adventurous? Were you keen to build something? Were you keen to experience things? Or has it recently, as you've discovered yourself, as you've found yourself, is this recent?
I think it is quite recent. Obviously, you always want to implement what you think.
Ji.
Like, I have a legacy business started by my father, and soon after college I started going to our factory, and I implemented a lot of ideas there which I thought were new and different. But after a while, you need to escape the monotony of life. And that is when I did a trip to South India, where we rented motorcycles from Bangalore. And it was an 8-day trip covering almost all major cities of South India. And as I came back, I thought that there is no professional and decent rental company which has good quality and good premium motorcycles for people like us to rent.
Correct.
So that is how the whole idea of building a premium rental company started. When we started in 2016, we had Royal Enfields, we had Ducati, we had BMWs, part of our fleet, Harley Davidson as part of our fleet. And then it did really well. We had very good clientele, very good customers who were waiting for such a product to be there. And then in 2018, we really changed the ball game by starting a women motorcycle training academy.
Wonderful.
So that is where we stand today, with a lot of experience, a lot of passion, a lot of trips that we have done in the past, and we have really explored the motorcycling, motorcycling community. We're building a community at the moment.
So when you launched this company in 2016, and what was the problem that you were solving? Purely rental, or was there a bigger motive?
In 2016, we were majorly solving rental. Because globally rental companies were present in different countries, but in North India, they were primarily run by the unorganized sector based out of Karol Bagh. There were no professionally run motorcycle rental companies which could provide decent and high-end premium motorcycles to enthusiasts. And we were the very first ones to do online booking through a website. We were the very first ones to deliver motorcycles at your home once you booked it. So in 2016, we did a lot of firsts to start with, to cater to the enthusiasts who were, I feel, looking forward to having a professionally run motorcycle rental company.
And the community building didn't start right in the beginning?
Not really, because the customers that we were catering through in the rental business were primarily riders themselves who were trying to explore different kind of motorcycles on one of their trips. So the community was there. We were just reaching out to the community and tell them that we are there. If you need any motorcycle, you reach out to us. Community building started a lot later.
So when did you realize that it's not just about rentals? And when did you realize that this can become a movement?
This happened when we started the women motorcycle training program in 2018. It was totally something never heard of before. Nobody has done it at that point of time, and people were like, कौन ही करता है, ऑडियंस ही कहाँ है, आप मतलब सोच ही क्या रहे हो जो आप ये कर रहे हो, आपका रेंटल अच्छा चल रहा है, आप रेंटल चलाएं. We were like, कोई बात नहीं, let's give it a shot. And in the first year, 2018, I remember very vividly, we got only 6 to 8 participants throughout the 12 months who we trained, and that was it. Because at that point of time, the audience that we were catering to were primarily women. And we were also new to the market. We also didn't know how to reach out to the right audience. And people also never thought that something like this exists. So it was a slow start. I'll be very honest with it. It was a very, very slow start. 2018, 2019 were very slow years. Primarily, we were surviving on our rentals. 2018, post-COVID, that is when the picture flipped. A lot of people who were on their homes on social media at that point of time. And that is when a lot of people realize that you cannot be having a bucket list that needs to be checked at the end when you cross 60 years of age.
I guess uske baad to a lot of people started traveling with a vengeance, and of course did activities with a vengeance. So.
And people thought that they don't know how much time they have. So a lot of people reached out to us who were really wanting to travel, wanting to motorcycle, and that is when it started to become a movement. And now I can very proudly say that we've trained more than 3,500 women.
Wow.
And we have trained mothers and daughters together. We have trained husband wives together. We have trained sisters together, colleagues together. We've trained women from 18 to 67 years of age. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have homemakers, we have IT employees. You name it, we have it as part of the community.
And I'm proud to say that I'm also part of.
Absolutely.
I've been a part of the academy.
Yes.
And I mean, of course, you were gracious enough to let me there. And I was the only guy in the batch. We make exceptions sometimes.
Male members are in minority.
Minority.
In the academy.
I'm grateful for that. But मुझे बताइए, early days में, what were some of the fears that the women riders were expressing? And how did you address them? What were the common issues that you ran into?
Common issues remain the same from 2018 till 2025. Common issues are like the girls think that उनकी height कम है, उनका weight कम है. Like generally, average women weighs around 50 to 60 kgs, and average motorcycle weighs anything from 150 to 200 kgs. How will she manage the weight of it?
Correct.
How will she be able to control and a motorcycle which weighs almost thrice her weight? So those challenges are always there. They are still there. But I think our training program has evolved in such a manner over the last 7 years that now we understand how to take care of these fears.
The techniques have been...
The techniques. In fact, every day we get calls stating from girls that they are just 5 feet in height. So our teams tell them that we have trained women who are 4.6 feet in height. So 5 is a very good number. And then we come to the ground, we try to groom them by telling them the right technique is the key. Your height or weight does not make sense.
But tell me, I mean, I don't know, of course, and but I suspect. But was there a lot of hesitation and resistance from the men in their lives as well?
Both ways. I have seen a lot of girls who do not tell their families that they are training.
Okay.
Number one. And then I also see some of them who have their husbands waiting for them till they do till the time they do their training, because it's a 4-hour class. So the husbands come with them, they wait while the lady does the training and they go back home. And then there are women who have bought their own motorcycles, but their families still do not know that they own a bike, just out of the fear that they might never, be able to accept the idea. And then there are couples who each has their own motorcycles, and they're joining us on the trips on their own motorcycles.
Okay, wonderful.
And I think we've faced all sorts of riders.
So what does the success of these programs tell you about the potential inclusivity of such of adventure sport and such an activity?
What I feel as of now, we have a lot of adventurous individuals in the country, but especially women do not know how they can reach out to the right people who can give them the right flow or has the right necessity, has the right audience or has the right capability to address their requirements. Like what we do now is, once you complete our beginners program, which is a 4-day basic training, you do a 100-kilometer breakfast ride, in which you go 50 kilometers to a breakfast point, do a breakfast ride, and you come back. Once you do that successfully, we have a day ride, which is 250 to 300 kilometers, in which you go to a place which is 130 to 140 kilometers away, you have breakfast, and you come back. So once you have done 300 odd kilometers in a day, then you are ready for an outstation ride. By outstation ride, I mean a location which is 300 to 400 kilometers away. You start early morning, you reach the destination, you stay there overnight, the next day you explore the location, and the third day you come back.
Wow.
So that, so in the first ride you did 100 kilometers, in the second one you did 250 to 300, and in the third ride you do 600 to 700 kilometers.
Wonderful.
Once you do that, you are eligible for our expeditions or odysseys, like we call them, which are a 6 to 7 day affair, and 2000 to 2500 kilometers is the total distance that we cover. So once you start training, you have a lot of things that you can look up to.
So I'm sure there's a lot of repeat people who keep coming back and they want more and more and more. And
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Since we do all the basic logistics and infrastructure planning of all the rides, be it the breakfast ride or the odysseys, and once the people have confidence and they've seen a couple of rides with us, and once people get attached to the community, I think it is more of a community thing where you love to ride with certain people, and if they are going on a ride, you will love to go on that ride.
So tell me, beyond business, what satisfaction do you get when you see a successful odyssey, a successful adventure trip like this? What drives you? What motivates you outside of business? I mean, personally, आपके लिए क्या है?
Personally, like I said before, today we are primarily a motorcycle training academy. The rental business still exists, but that is a very small part of the total affair that we do. Number one, I feel कि हम लोगों ने जितना देखा और सीखा है वुमेन मोटरसाइकिलिंग को एक ग्राउंड लेवल से ऊपर तक आते हुए पिछले 6-7 साल में, वो बहुत ही यूनिक है।
जी, जी।
और आज मैं बहुत प्राउडली बात बोल सकता हूँ कि इंडिया में बाय फार वी हैव द बिगेस्ट वुमेन मोटरसाइकिलिंग कम्युनिटी।
करेक्ट।
एंड इफ आई माइट नॉट बी रॉन्ग इफ आई से दैट ग्लोबली भी हमने सबसे ज़्यादा फीमेल राइडर्स को ट्रेन किया है, बिकॉज एज पर माई नॉलेज there is no specific woman motorcycle training academy or institute across the globe, be it Europe, be it the Americas. Nobody is doing it. And the beauty of it is that people almost have got a rebirth after they've learned how to ride. The women are more confident. They are ready to take on any kind of challenges. They are ready to explore new places. And they are ready to go on ride with different people. So every ride, minimum criteria is to have 12 people. But generally we, like the ride I completed yesterday of Ladakh, we had 19 people on that ride.
Excellent.
A ride before that we did Jibi, which had about 24 women. So you get to meet new people, you get to explore new places, while pursuing your passion for motorcycling. So that is.
But is that a passion that a lot of women knew they had, or?
What they tell us is that they always knew that they loved somebody riding a motorcycle on a highway, but they never knew how to get into that.
And they could not really visualize themselves doing that, but they had that,
they had that will. In fact, what I can say is the audience that we have today is primarily, the first bunch is the girls who are in late 20s, early 30s. The women who are working as in Gurgaon as corporates or doing any other job, have their weekends off, want a good pastime where they can explore. The second audience that we have is between late 30s and mid 40s. Women who are already settled in their lives.
The kids are a little older.
The kids are a little older. They don't do. They are independent to a certain extent. And they feel now they have time and energy to explore their passion.
Wonderful.
A lot of them tell us that they really looked up to their fathers riding a motorcycle or some other family member riding a motorcycle, but they could never really speak out in their families that they wanted to ride or learn to ride a motorcycle. But now when they come to the training ground, they see there is a whole bunch of community who has the similar passion, come from all walks of life. And still pursuing, going forward and talking about motorcycle models, riding gear, different destinations. It's a different community.
I think once somebody is so entrenched in that, and is able to express themselves, तो उसके बाद तो वो बड़े evangelist हो जाते हैं. I'm sure they bring in a lot of their friends and other people who have wanted to but didn't know where to go. So
आज भी हम लोगों ने इतनी मेहनत करने के बाद भी काफ़ी लोग यही बोलते हैं कि हमने तो आज पहली बार ही देखा, इसके बारे में पहली बार ही सुना.
oh really?
एंड वर्ड ऑफ माउथ रियली ट्रेवल्स हार्ड एंड फास्ट. देयर पीपल जिनके कलीग्स ने आके ट्रेनिंग करी है, फैमिली मेम्बर्स ने आके ट्रेनिंग करी है, इन लॉज को लोग लाए हैं अपने. Somebody has got their sister-in-law or a daughter-in-law who they wanted to train with. Husband wives ने बहुत ट्रेनिंग करी है. Brothers and sisters have trained together. There are sisters who have trained together. Neighbors हैं. You will be very surprised to know there was this bunch of girls who were training together and they didn't knew that they live in the same society.
Oh really?
In the next building.
अच्छा.
तो अलग-अलग बिल्डिंग में रहते थे, कभी जानते नहीं थे, ट्रेनिंग ग्राउंड पे मिले.
So what's the oldest set of people you've trained? I mean, how old does it go?
67.
67.
In fact, I've told this story many times. I was doing a workshop in Delhi in a riding gear store, and I was telling everybody that we've trained women from 18 to 63 years of age. And I say somebody raise their hand and tell me that, sir, from now on you can say 67 because I'm 67 and I'm enrolling for the program from now.
Wow, excellent.
And I remember very categorically, she is a yoga guru. She spends half of her year in India, in Rishikesh, and half of her year in US. And she teaches yoga and Reiki professionally to a lot of people.
How beautiful, how wonderful.
So that is the kind of audience we have.
And of course, I mean, there are a lot of younger women as well.
25, 27, 28.
Tons of them.
And full energy, ready to, go to any destination, to do any advanced level of training.
Wonderful.
Different perspective, different objectives. In fact, that is what I feel today's generation, which I say below 30, is really keen to experience different destinations, different locations, especially in our country. And when they go with a like-minded group of people, so it really fuels their passion even further.
So let me now take you back to your own riding, right? So what is that one journey, one route that, or a moment that you will never forget while you were riding?
Since I just come back from Ladakh, I think I'll refer to that only.
Like all time moment or all time route that you would...
All time I can say is the one that we did in the South India Odyssey, which was Munnar.
Okay. Wonderful.
Munnar is a pretty place.
Wonderful.
And now when we did it in 2024, the weather was lovely and it's just amazing. And it was, I think, the day 6 of our ride when we started from Munnar and we were supposed to end it in Coimbatore. We started in Munnar and the day ended in Mysore.
Okay.
So we passed through 2 wildlife sanctuaries and lovely tea estates of Munnar, and it had rained the day before. So everything was pretty and green and it was amazing. I can't forget that day.
It's like driving through heaven.
Heaven, better than heaven.
Wonderful.
And it was really foggy in the morning with low visibility, and as the day progressed and we passed through the wildlife sanctuaries, you could see everything was green because it had rained a night before.
Okay.
And it was so pretty, I can't tell you, Kabir. It was very beautiful.
I hope you have lots of photographs.
I have lovely photographs.
So tell me about Motolyfe and what is this ecosystem that you are building?
I think we've transitioned primarily from being a rental company to a motorcycling community as of now in 2025. And Motolyfe is your motorcycling life. You come to us as a beginner. You do the beginners program. You learn how to ride a motorcycle. Then you do a breakfast ride. Then you do a day ride. Then you're ready for the overnight rides that we do. Once you do that, you're ready for our expeditions. That is the one line of thought, that chain of events that you go through. Parallel to that, we also have an off-road training program, which you can do after the beginners program. There is a level 1, level 2, there's a trail experience. Then we have a maintenance workshop also.
Okay. Because
a lot of girls reached out to us saying that we own motorcycles, we know how to ride a motorcycle, but we do not know how to fix a bike.
Correct.
And whenever we visit the service center, they throw a lot of technical jargon at us. So we started a DIY program where we taught them how to do basic troubleshooting.
Okay.
what means what, be it engine oil, be it brake oil, be it coolant. So that also is there, so that they are more situationally aware how to maintain their motorcycles, and the service centers do not take them on a ride.
So, what is your biggest challenge as Motorride today?
My biggest challenge remains the same that was 5 years back, is convincing a lot of women who are still sitting at their homes and thinking that they cannot do it. And our beginners program is for 16 hours and 4 days, telling them that 16 hours is more than enough, 4 days is more than enough to get you out on the road confidently, riding with a group. On day 4, fourth day of training, we take them out on public roads to ride with the group. So that is the biggest challenge, for them to believe that they can do it.
So, fast forward 5 years, how do you see this culture growing, and where do you see Motolyfe in 5 years?
I see women motorcycling going too forward, primarily because the motorcycling industry has accepted the fact.
Okay.
And how it has accepted the fact, today you see women riders in all primary advertisements, be it motorcycles. Now, the best brands globally showcase women riders in their advertisements. Best brands across the globe are providing riding gear, good quality riding gear for women, which was not there a couple of years back.
Absolutely.
So, women motorcycling has arrived.
Wonderful.
How you want to be part of it, it is your call. Be it advanced level training, be it rallies. A few of our riders are participating in national level rallies and winning them. Expeditions and tours to any places across the country and abroad also. Good quality of riding gears are there, good motorcycles are there, and now manufacturers are doing women motorcycling clinics to understand what they require in the future.
In the design also, maybe in the design of the
Yes,
bikes
yes, yes. That is what I'm telling you. They are now also asking women to come and tell them about what they want in what kind of motorcycles. We have worked with a few brands, be it riding gear, shoes, motorcycle brands, who have reached out to us and spoken to our audience.
Okay.
Okay, what do you prefer? What are your preferences? What do you want in the next motorcycle that you're going to buy? So I feel the industry started taking up notice that women motorcyclists are there. They are a force to be reckoned with, and they are an audience that needs to be catered to.
Wonderful.
And focusing on Motolyfe, I see the only way we are going is up. We have expanded. We are no longer just a training institute, but we are now a very inclusive community, where that is what I tell everybody. That is the only place where nobody is pulling down anybody, but everybody is trying to push everyone up.
Correct.
That is the beauty of our community. That is what a common interest of motorcycling brings to the community that we have.
Beautiful. So before we wrap up, Amit, I want to talk about a fast-paced section, right? And we call it the 60-second founder fix.
Okay.
Okay. So in 60 seconds, you have to tell me some sharp takeaways for us and of course our audience. One business hack that you swear by.
You have to get your hands dirty. You have to do it yourself before you make somebody else do it.
Absolutely. Great. Now you have to tell me one personal wellness or discipline hack for you.
Plan better, start early. Plan better.
Be the 5 a.m. club.
Yeah, 4 a.m.
4 a.m. club.
3 a.m. Whatever works for you. Start early as possible.
Wonderful. And one mindset shift that personally changed everything for you that you would recommend to others.
Need to change your goals all the time. You cannot be fixated on a single goal. You need to push your goals further with every quarter or every 6 months or every year. You need to move the goal post further every time.
Perfect. Brilliant. Thank you so much for spending time with us, and really appreciate all the insights that you've given us.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you for having me. It was a wonderful conversation.
That was Amit Saini, Unboxed, a founder who didn't just build a business, but he built a movement, a teacher, a rider, a visionary, someone who believes that freedom comes with responsibility and that anyone can learn to ride with confidence and care. And if this episode inspired you or reminded you of your own journey on or off the road, do share it. And don't forget to follow Founder Unboxed for more such stories that fuel purpose, people, and possibility. I'm Kabir. See you next time.